Hi everybody, I am going to talk about the government schemes and programs for persons with disability. Disability as a social concern is coming to acquire increasing public attention at the highest levels of government and policy making in recent years, aided in no small measure by the efforts of grassroots groups and non-governmental organizations. Efforts since 2001 to canvass disabilities as part of India's decennial population census, correcting a post-independence era anomaly, and the steps to enable disabled people to participate in the electoral process are major milestones. The Union government has also recently decided to establish a separate department for disabilities in the Ministry of Social Justice. Raising awareness on the rights, entitlements and duties embodied in the law is the other critical task to ensure accountability among public authorities and bring about real and lasting transformation in the lives of the disabled. India has a long experience of policy and practice with respect to disability, including collection of census information on disability from as early as 1872 and special schools and institutions operating since the 19th century. Like many countries, it also had specific provision for people with mental illness and retardation under the Indian Lunacy Act of 1912. The Constitution of India acknowledges also general state obligations to the persons with disability in Article 41 and the state list under relief of the disabled and unemployable. Subsequently, specific measures such as employment concessions were introduced from 1960s. At the end of this talk, you will learn about the government institutional mechanisms to promote schemes and programs for the welfare of the persons with disability and understand the major programs and schemes initiated by the Indian government for the welfare of the persons with disability. Let me mention about the legal mechanisms for the rights of persons with disability in India. India has a well-developed policy framework for the disabled at the national level, though there is still scope for improvement, particularly at the sub-national level. Various acts, laws and provisions such as the Mental Health Act 1987, the Persons with Disabilities Act 1995, the Rehabilitation Council of India Act 1992 and amended in 2000, and the National Trust for Welfare of Persons with Autism, Cerebral Palsy, Mental Retardation and Multiple Disabilities Act 1999 have been enacted. There is ample evidence in the Indian Constitution to support the legal rights of the persons with a disability. Let me discuss some of the major provisions in the Constitution. The Constitution of India applies uniformly to every legal citizen of India, whether they are disabled or non-disabled. Under the Constitution, the disabled have been guaranteed the following fundamental rights. The Constitution secures the right of justice to the citizens, including the disabled, with the law as provided by Article 17, which is concerned with the liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and for the promotion of fraternity, and any violation of these rights would be an offense punishable under the law. Article 15(1) enjoins on the government not to discriminate against any citizen of India, including the disabled, on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. Article 15(2) states that no citizen, including the disabled, shall be subjected to any disability, liability, restriction or condition on any of the above grounds in the matter of their access to shops, public restaurants, hotels and places of public entertainment, or in the use of wells, tanks, bathing ghats, roads and places of public resort maintained wholly or partly out of government funds or dedicated to the use of the general public. Every person, including the disabled, has his or her life and liberty guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution. Every disabled person can move the Supreme Court of India to enforce his or her fundamental rights, and the rights to move the Supreme Court itself is guaranteed by Article 32. Besides these general articles, there are specific laws which promote and propagate the rights of persons with disabilities. Let me describe each of these laws. 1. The Persons with Disabilities Act 1995. This Act came into enforcement on February 7, 1996. It is a significant step which ensures equal opportunities for the people with disabilities and their full participation in day-to-day life. The Act provides for both the preventive and promotional aspects of rehabilitation, like prevention, early intervention, education, employment and vocational training, reservation, research and manpower development, creation of barrier-free environment, unemployment allowance, special insurance scheme for the disabled employees, and establishment of homes for persons with a severe disability, and so on. The Act provides a mechanism to address grievances of persons with a disability. In case of violation of the rights as prescribed in this Act, people with a disability may move an application to the Chief Commissioner for Persons with a Disability in the Center and Commissioner for Persons with a Disability